today's video, I'm taking you inside the heart of Vietnam to experience Lunar New Year, also known as Tet, through the eyes of a local. We'll explore what Vietnamese families eat, the traditions they follow, and how the very first day of the Vietnamese Lunar New Year is celebrated, from meaningful rituals to simple moments that bring families together. Tet holiday in Vietnam. Tet holiday is the biggest and most important celebration in Vietnam, and one of the most meaningful moments of the year for Vietnamese people. It is a time for family reunion, reflection, and renewal after a long, hard-working year. More than just a holiday, Tet represents a deep connection to Vietnamese culture, Vietnamese customs, and centuries-old cultural traditions. So, what exactly should you do during Tet holiday? Tet holiday dates change annually, but typically fall between mid-January and late February. Tet is Vietnamese New Year, also known as Tet Nguyen Dan. It marks the beginning of the new year according to the lunar calendar, making it part of the wider Asian New Year celebrations. Tet festivities extend for 3 days and can span up to an entire week, with the festival subdivided into the days leading up to New Year's Eve itself, and the subsequent New Year's days. The Tet holiday not only symbolizes the connection between heaven, earth, and humanity with the divine, but also represents a time for family reunions. Vietnamese New Year is a solemn and sacred occasion, bidding farewell to the old year and welcoming the new one with good wishes for good health, abundance, and harmony. For travelers interested in Vietnam travel, this is the most fascinating time to visit. Tet offers rare cultural insights into how Vietnamese families live, celebrate, and honor their roots during the Lunar New Year in Vietnam. The days before Tet. As Tet in Vietnam approaches, the country transforms. The days leading up to the Lunar New Year Vietnam are filled with sound, color, and movement. To celebrate the Tet holiday in Vietnam, Vietnamese people make thorough preparations well in advance, typically a month or 1 to 2 weeks before the holiday. Numerous special activities for the Tet holiday are leading up to the new year to ensure a prosperous start. Families clean their homes to remove bad luck and welcome good fortune. Streets bloom with mandarin trees, yellow apricot blossoms, and peach flowers, powerful symbols of prosperity and renewal in Vietnam traditions. Markets overflow with shoppers buying Tet food, sweets, fruits, decorations, and new clothes. But beyond material preparation, Vietnamese people prepare spiritually, offering incense to ancestors and repairing personal relationships. Vietnam's Lunar New Year traditions exposed. Behind the decorations and celebrations lies something deeper. Vietnamese Lunar New Year traditions are not about luxury or excess. They are about family, gratitude, balance, and hope. Every ritual, every dish, every visit, every red envelope reflects values passed down for generations. This is what makes Vietnamese New Year so emotionally powerful, and why it remains the heart of Vietnamese culture. Taste Tet through traditional food. In southern Vietnam, one of the most important Tet food dishes is Bánh Tet, a cylindrical glutinous rice cake filled with pork and mung beans. It is the southern counterpart of Bánh Chưng, the square cake popular in northern Vietnam. Bánh Chưng symbolizes the earth, while Bánh Tet represents unity and family connection, core values of Lunar New Year traditions and Vietnamese customs. Visit Tet markets. Exploring Tet holiday markets is one of the best ways to feel the festive energy. Across Vietnam, thousands of outdoor markets open, selling flowers, decorations, clothes, and gifts for the Lunar New Year. In Ho Chi Minh City, places like Cholon offer a uniquely vibrant Vietnam festivals experience, blending tradition with modern city life. On the last day of the year, we're heading to the market to buy the final essentials, flowers and food, for the next 3 days, since most stores close during Tet. I'll show you what a Vietnamese market looks like at this festive time of year. Family cooking and ancestral traditions. During Lunar New Year in Vietnam, kitchens become gathering places. Families cook together, prepare bánh Chưng and bánh Tet, and stay up late watching the fire while sharing stories from past years. These moments embody the emotional core of Vietnam tradition. Another essential ritual is the 5-fruit tray, placed on the ancestral altar. The fruits represent the 5 elements: metal, wood, water, fire, and earth, and symbolize wishes for balance, prosperity, and a good life. New Year's Eve is deeply intimate. Families gather for a final meal of the old year. At midnight, prayers are offered, and Li Si, lucky money in red envelopes, is exchanged. This custom is one of the most beloved Lunar New Year customs, symbolizing health, fortune, and protection for the year ahead. Saigon. During Tet, experiencing Vietnam travel during Tet feels different. While landmarks remain the same, the city slows down. Many residents return to their hometowns, leaving Saigon unusually quiet. Roads are empty, shops are closed, and the city feels calm, offering a rare perspective on Tet in Vietnam. Nguyen Hue Walking Street and Parks. Nguyen Hue Walking Street becomes a floral wonderland, decorated according to the zodiac animal of the year, an iconic part of Tet Celebrations. Parks across the city host music, performances, folk games, and food stalls, allowing visitors to experience Vietnamese Lunar New Year traditions in a joyful communal setting. Countdown, fireworks, and first-day customs. As midnight strikes, fireworks light up the sky, marking the start of the Vietnamese New Year. The first visitor of the year is believed to influence a family's fortune. On the first day of Tet, people avoid sweeping, arguing, or breaking things, classic Lunar New Year customs rooted in symbolism and belief. Instead, families eat, relax, visit relatives, and exchange blessings. Final thoughts. Tet is more than a festival. It is the soul of Vietnamese culture. It is about family, memory, respect, and hope. It is a reminder to slow down, reconnect, and begin again. You are loved more than you realize. You are stronger than you think. And you are smarter than you believe. Wishing you a year filled with peace and renewal. Happy Lunar New Year!